This is my video response to this video, which I found disturbing in certain aspects. First off, the title is deceptive. I mean, you're looking at the title of this and you're thinking it's going to be about Lil Wayne dissing Jay-Z and 50 Cent, and it's not about that at all. It's about a lot of truths or hard truths or whatever that this guy wants to pass along through his rapping. But I don't think it's right to start off a video where you're saying you're telling the truth by lying, by misrepresenting the video with a misleading title. I think that's just ridiculous. And then the whole idea of the Christian community preachers, ignorance is bliss. I mean, in the churches I've been to, they have taught that knowledge and wisdom are good things, but I do know that the wrong type of knowledge can really mess people up. You know, I mean, it's like the story of Adam and Eve. Once they found out certain things, they started covering themselves. They started being ashamed of their nudity, and they just were not the same people. They was not as in good shape mentally or spiritually after finding out certain things. And so certain things really aren't all that great for people to know. It just messes them up. And even though, you know, the Christian community may try to steer people away from certain things that they think is bad for them, it's not like they're trying to do people wrong or mistreat them in any way, and they do not teach that ignorance is bliss. But there are some things that you just can't know. And if you go through your whole life trying to discover the truth about everything and you fail, you're going to be in a lot of distress. And so the Christian community teaches people to have faith in God so that they can have some measure of peace. Because no matter how much research you do or whatever, you're not going to find out all the answers to everything. And, you know, the only way that you're going to have peace is by trusting God. And that's what the Christian community really teaches. It's not trying to mess people up or anything. And as far as I know about them taking some things out of the Bible, from what I understood, the things that were removed were considered at the time or determined at the time to be fake or not really scriptures or not really of God. I mean, but there's nothing stopping a person from doing their research and finding out and determining for themselves if what was taken out was really of God or not. There's nothing that stops a person from seeking God or trying to find out the truth for themselves. So, and I don't think the Christian community as a whole tries to discourage anybody from discovering any truth that they want to discover if whatever truths or answers they get through their preachers or whatever are not good enough for them. So I just don't feel that way. I don't feel like they're like saying you can't, you know, go and read this book, or you can't do your research, or you can't, you know, do this or that. I don't really feel like that. At least not in the church I'm in. And if anybody's in a church like that where they're always telling you what you can't do, and to just keep controlling and get out and find one where they'll allow you to do your own research and find your own way, but, you know, while seeking the advice of pastors and whatever and whatnot. I'm in a church like that right now, and I'm experiencing a great deal of freedom. So, you know, I don't think you should try to characterize the Christian community that way. And if you don't acknowledge that not all of the Christian community is the same way, then your remarks can be taken as anti-Christian because you're doing an inaccurate description of a fair number of people. As far as the, you know, at the end of the video, I really felt like the part where he showed the guy head blown off was too much. I am a grown man, and I'm tough. I mean, I'm tough mentally. I'm tough, you know. I just don't fumble, or I don't like faint at the sight of blood. We all know there's blood, but that gave me the willies. And there are children on this site watching these videos, and I just don't see where it serves any good purpose to show something like that could make me, a grown man, feel like ugh, you know. So I think the video is kind of ridiculous. I think it needs to be pulled. I think that you can tell people the truth or what you think is your truth in a better way than this, without curse word, without vulgarity, without showing people with their heads blown off, and without coming off as anti-Christian or against Christian community preachers, so to speak. So I think this can be done a lot better than this, and I just don't think this is right. And I did flag this video for vulgar or repulsive content, and I'm glad I did, and I hope a lot of other people do the same. That's all I got to say. Take care.